Hello, seniors. It is a pleasure to see you again in today's video. Dear seniors, if I told you that in your kitchen cabinet there are anti-inflammatory medicines, far stronger than many painkillers you often use, what would you think? Sounds strange, doesn't it? But the truth is that after the age of 60, about 70% of people regularly face joint pain and morning stiffness, difficulty making a fist, stiff knees, even hearing cracking sounds when turning the body. Some medications such as NSAID or corticosteroids may help you solve the problem immediately, but along with that comes the risk of stomach ulcers, swelling in the hands and feet, or a tired liver and kidneys, things no one wants when they are older. So is there a gentler way that still helps us rise lightly and walk firmly? The answer lies right in your own kitchen with 5 familiar, easy to find, affordable spices that are natural anti-inflammatory weapons used in Eastern medicine for hundreds of years. From heartwarming cinnamon, black pepper that unlocks turmeric, to ginger that warms the joints. This is Health Journey, where we do not promise miracles, only small but lasting habits that help change your life in old age. Stay until the end of the video, because I will tell the story of a patient who escaped 10 years of joint pain simply by adding 1 teaspoon of spice powder to breakfast every day. If you or your loved ones are struggling with a troublesome knee or stiff hands every morning, then this video is for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so that more seniors can also receive this gentle path. Thank you for accompanying Health Journey. Every meal is a step of recovery, and every spice is an ally for a stronger, smoother old age. Small dark, often only stuck into an apple for holiday decoration. But cloves are actually a silent warrior with impressive antioxidant power, often said to be even stronger than blueberries. For those over 60, when joints start creaking, knees swell a little after each walk, and sleep is disrupted by soreness, just a few clove buds used correctly can become a warm, steady little friend. The special feature of cloves lies in eugenol, the aromatic compound that creates their pungent warm scent. Eugenol can inhibit COX-2, thereby limiting mediators that cause swelling and pain. Along with this are flavonoids and tannins that act as a repair team, clearing free radicals and protecting the fragile cartilage at the ends of bones from rusting over time. Put simply, if the collagen framework is the hooks that hold joints together, antioxidants are the protective paint that helps the bridge of the knee joint last many more years. Beyond the joints, cloves also have a mild sedative effect. A cup of warm tea in the evening helps the body calm down and breathing become deeper. When the nervous system is less tense, sleep comes more easily and is deeper, very important so that the next morning the mind is alert, limbs are stronger, and soreness is reduced. The way to use them is very friendly. Brewing tea is the simplest. Take 4 or 5 dried clove buds, rinse quickly with hot water, then steep for 15 minutes in 200-250 ml of boiling water, drink warm. You can squeeze a little lemon or add a slice of ginger for aroma. On a cold day or after shopping when your knees feel tight, such a cup of tea both warms the stomach and soothes the joints. Don't like the taste of tea? Drop a few buds into warm milk, almond milk or low-fat milk. Simmer on low heat for 5-7 minutes, sprinkle with a pinch of cinnamon to make it easier to drink. Use 60-90 minutes before bed so it doesn't burden the stomach. In savory cooking, a chicken soup or bone broth needs only 2-3 buds to give a warm aroma without overpowering the dish. Just remember to remove the buds before serving. As for dosage, the golden rule is little but regular. No more than 1-2 g/day, about 4-8 small buds, used 5-6 days/week is enough for the body to gain benefits. Avoid overusing pure clove essential oil as it can easily irritate the mucosa, cause nausea, or even affect the liver in sensitive people. Do not drip essential oil directly into drinks. If you are taking anticoagulants, blood sugar lowering medications, or have liver disease, consult your doctor before daily use. A tip to befriend the taste of cloves: combine with cinnamon, ginger, orange, or apple when making tea to round out the flavor. For savory dishes, cloves go well in chicken stew, braised lean meat, or broth. Light use tastes good, too much can be overwhelming. To see clear effects, treat cloves as a small but steady habit, like watering a plant daily. For example, in the afternoon after a walk when joints feel slightly achy, instead of coffee, brew warm clove tea. At night, swap a sweet dessert for a glass of warm milk with a few cloves. After 2-4 weeks, many people report less knee tightness, less stiffness when standing, and easier sleep. At the same time, maintain light activity, stretching, walking 20-30 minutes, and meals with lots of greens and healthy fats to make the benefits last longer. For safety, avoid using on an empty stomach if you have a sensitive stomach. If you experience heartburn or burning, reduce the dose or pause for a few days and then try again with less. Those allergic to spices of the Myrtaceae family should be cautious. People with dentures/sensitive gums should not chew dried buds. Only steep in water or remove the buds after cooking. And don't forget to drink enough water. The body being well hydrated helps the joints glide smoothly. In short, cloves are not only a holiday spice. In the everyday kitchen, they can become a gentle armor for the joints. Eugenol helps reduce inflammation, flavonoids plus tannins protect cartilage, and the warm scent calms the body for deeper sleep. Just 4 or 5 buds steeped for 15 minutes. Occasionally dropped into soup or a glass of warm milk. And keeping the dose at 1-2 g/day give you a small habit with long-term benefits, so that every step on the journey of old age is lighter and steadier. If cloves are a warm armor for the joints, then cinnamon is like a sturdy handrail placed right beside the bed. Just reach out and grab it, and the morning feels less stiff and the day starts more smoothly. We see cinnamon on apple pie in a winter coffee, but don't let its decorative look fool you. For thousands of years, cinnamon has been used as a natural aspirin. For those over 60, when fingers struggle to grip, knees grind each time they stand. 1 spoonful of cinnamon used correctly can become a small habit with long-term effects. The valuable point of cinnamon lies in cinnamaldehyde, the compound that creates its distinctive warm, pungent scent. Not only fragrant, it also participates in regulating inflammatory signaling pathways, helping to calm the fire of silent inflammation in the body. Alongside this, cinnamon contains polyphenols and a small amount of coumarin, especially low in Ceylon cinnamon, together producing antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Put simply, if chronic inflammation is the fire that swells and hurts the joints, then cinnamon is the cool breeze that helps lower the flame so muscles, tendons, and cartilage have time to recover. From the needs of older adults, cinnamon supports in 3 important ways. First, cinnamon helps reduce inflammatory markers such as CRP and TNF-alpha, thereby easing the morning stiffness, especially in the small joints of the hands. Second, cinnamon improves peripheral circulation. Blood and oxygen reach the joints, muscles, and ligaments better. Hands feel less icy, knees less stuck. Third, cinnamon keeps blood sugar steady. Wide fluctuations in blood sugar trigger inflammation and make the body tired. When blood sugar is stable, inflammation indirectly decreases and joints also behave better. For those with rheumatoid arthritis, this trio is especially valuable. Less flare-ups, better nourishment for the joints, breaking the vicious cycle of fatigue, pain, insomnia. A short story for easier visualization. A 70-year-old man had a habit of a simple oatmeal breakfast, but his hands were still stiff. Opening jar lids was very difficult. I suggested he sprinkle 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder into his oatmeal, mix in a handful of berries to increase antioxidants, and do this every day. After 4 weeks, he said, "In the morning, my fingers no longer snap when I bend them, and walking around the neighborhood no longer made his knees click." There was no miracle, just 1 spoonful of cinnamon combined with persistence and a smart pairing with breakfast. Using cinnamon is very friendly. The easiest is oatmeal plus cinnamon plus berries. Cook the oats until soft, sprinkle a 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, add blueberries/raspberries. The fiber helps keep blood sugar stable and polyphenols from the berries join hands with cinnamon to sweep away free radicals. Prefer something warm to drink. Cinnamon tea, steep a small stick or a half teaspoon powder for 10-15 minutes, optionally add a slice of ginger. Drink 60-90 minutes before bed so it doesn't burden the stomach. For a snack, roasted sweet potato sprinkled with cinnamon. Sweet potato provides fiber and beta-carotene, cinnamon adds warmth. The stomach feels comfortable, joints smile gently. On weekends, simmer chicken soup or bone broth with a small piece of cinnamon for aroma. Just a short piece is enough, too much will overpower the dish. Along with how to use it is how to choose it. On the market there is Cassia Chinese/Vietnamese cinnamon and Ceylon true cinnamon. Cassia has higher coumarin. In small amounts it is fine, but long-term or high doses may not be good for the liver in sensitive people. If the goal is a daily habit, Ceylon should be prioritized. It has a lighter aroma, milder warmth, lower coumarin, and is safer long-term. Buy cinnamon powder with clear origin, store in a cool, dry place with a tight lid. Powder loses aroma over time, so use within 6-9 months. How much is enough? For older adults, a 1 teaspoon/day, about 1-2 g is reasonable, little but regular. If using sticks, 1 small stick 3-5 g once per day is fine. Those with liver disease, taking anticoagulants, NSAID, corticosteroids, or diabetes medications should consult a doctor before daily use, as cinnamon may enhance blood sugar lowering or irritate the stomach if used at the wrong time. Those with acid reflux should start very small after meals, observe for 3-5 days, then gradually increase if it feels comfortable. Tips to befriend cinnamon. 1. Combine with healthy fats, almond butter on whole grain bread to keep the aroma stable and satiety longer. 2. Pair with vitamin C. Sprinkle cinnamon on apples, oranges, or Greek yogurt. Vitamin C supports collagen weaving. Cinnamon keeps inflammation in check. 3. Pair with light activity. A 20-30 minute walk plus a cup of warm cinnamon tea, the body clearly feels calmer. Finally, persistence. Cinnamon is not a switch you flip to make pain vanish. It is like a steady rhythm that allows the body to self-adjust. After 3-4 weeks, many older adults report reduced stiffness, more flexible grip, and deeper sleep when drinking cinnamon tea in the evening. Choose Ceylon, keep the dose at a 1 teaspoon/day, use it smartly in oatmeal plus berries, cinnamon tea, or sweet potato with cinnamon. You will find your hands more cooperative, your knees less irritable. Each spoon of cinnamon is a step pulling you out of pain. The third spice I want to introduce to you is black pepper. Black pepper is likened to a tiny key that unlocks a whole treasury of benefits, especially when paired with turmeric. This most common table spice actually has the ability to switch on many valuable compounds in food so they work more powerfully, helping older adults experience less swelling and pain and enjoy their meals more every day. The highlight of black pepper is piperine, the compound that creates its characteristic warm, spicy taste. Piperine does 3 very useful things for aging. First, it reduces inflammatory reactions by suppressing inflammatory enzymes in the body, thereby easing the dull aches in joints, back, shoulders, and neck. Second, piperine is an antioxidant, helping to clear away the rust that cells accumulate from time, sun, and stress. Third, and what makes black pepper truly special, piperine increases the absorption of many beneficial compounds, the most famous being curcumin and turmeric. When taken together, the body's ability to utilize curcumin can increase many times. In everyday terms, turmeric is the inflammation healer, while pepper is the person who opens the workshop door. Without the one who opens the door, even the skilled worker cannot fully perform his craft. The most visible benefit is the reduction of pain and swelling in the small joints that feel uncomfortable in the morning: fingers, wrists, knees. Many older adults share that simply adding turmeric plus pepper to lunch for a few weeks eased joint stiffness and made their hands more flexible when buttoning shirts or opening jar lids. For those who often feel bloated or cold in the late afternoon, a sprinkle of black pepper on a warm bowl of soup also helps circulation flow more smoothly, the stomach feel warm inside, and meals taste better. Using black pepper is very simple, not complicated but effective. The golden rule: grind fresh, use immediately. Pre-ground pepper stored too long will lose aroma and activity. At each meal, sprinkle a small pinch, about a teaspoon, onto salad, fried eggs, chicken soup, stir-fried vegetables, or roasted sweet potatoes. When paired with turmeric, there should be a little healthy fat such as olive oil, avocado oil, or nut butter. The fat not only helps you stay full longer, but also supports the absorption of fat-soluble compounds. For example, shredded chicken plus turmeric plus olive oil plus black pepper for lunch, or scrambled eggs with turmeric, sprinkle pepper after turning off the heat, or pumpkin soup cooked light, sprinkle pepper and a few drops of olive oil right before serving. The warm aroma rising is very pleasant to eat. A quick start recipe for chilly days: warm turmeric milk, almond milk, or low-fat milk. Stir in a 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder, a pinch of ground black pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon honey, optional to taste. Drink 60-90 minutes before bedtime. The body gradually warms, neck and shoulders ease, and it is easier to fall asleep. For a snack, try roasted sweet potatoes drizzled with olive oil, sprinkled with turmeric plus pepper, served with a few walnuts. Simple but enough for joints and heart health. Even though it is a familiar spice, black pepper still needs to be used in the right dose. In the right way, Avoid high-dose piperine extract capsules without medical instruction, as they may interfere with drug absorption, increasing the concentration of certain drugs in the blood or making side effects more obvious. Those taking anticoagulants, heart medications, diabetes medications, sedatives, or who have stomach ulcers or severe reflux should consult their doctor before using black pepper daily in larger amounts. For sensitive stomachs, sprinkle pepper after cooking is finished and eat with soft foods. If there is stomach irritation or heartburn, reduce the amount by half and observe for a few days. A few small tips to befriend black pepper without overdoing it. Spread it throughout the day, 1 pinch per meal, total a teaspoon per day is appropriate for older adults. Choose quality whole peppercorns, store in a cool, dry place, grind fresh in a small mill before meals. Combine colors, combine benefits. Golden turmeric plus black pepper plus green vegetables plus olive oil create a quartet that is both tasty and anti-inflammatory. Do not cook pepper for too long, sprinkle when the heat is off to preserve aroma and activity. To make it easy to maintain, you can build a 3-point pepper habit in the day. Morning, sprinkle pepper on eggs/avocado toast. Lunch, mix pepper plus turmeric into chicken or chickpea salad. Evening, sprinkle pepper on warm soup. After only 2-3 weeks, many report reduced morning stiffness, less tingling in the hands when holding a teacup, and calmer digestion because food tastes better and sleep is deeper. Remember that black pepper is not an instant miracle. It is like a companion, small but steady, helping other elements in the meal, especially turmeric, fully carry out their role. If black pepper is the key that opens the door, then turmeric is the skilled worker who steps into the workshop to repair the smoldering inflammations in the body. This spice that often stains sleeves yellow during cooking is actually an anti-inflammatory hero that has been heavily studied. For older adults with aching knees, struggling to stand up or sit down, a little turmeric used correctly can make the whole day feel much lighter. The strength of turmeric comes from curcumin, the compound that gives it its distinct yellow color. Curcumin doesn't just make dishes look attractive. It acts on the inflammation switches in the body, helping to cool down areas of swelling and pain. Many clinical trials have recorded that using about 500 mg of curcumin daily has an effect nearly equivalent to the anti-inflammatory painkiller diclofenac in reducing knee pain, but with fewer side effects on the stomach. In other words, this is a gentler, more sustainable option for older adults who want to walk comfortably and sleep through the night without being woken up by pain. As for its mechanism, imagine there are several alarm sirens in the body with hard-to-remember names like NF-kappa B and TNF-alpha. When they blare, inflammation flares up. Joints feel hot, swollen, painful. Curcumin has the ability to quiet these alarms while also reducing oxidative stress, the rust that makes joint tissues deteriorate faster. Thanks to this, cartilage, the fragile cushion between two bone ends, is better protected, making movement smoother and more comfortable. Many older adults who take turmeric regularly have reported knees hurt less when climbing stairs, joints crack less in the morning, and they can walk longer without feeling heavy. Using turmeric is very flexible as long as you remember 2 things. It needs a bit of fat and a pinch of black pepper for the body to absorb curcumin better. A warm bedtime recipe is golden milk, heat milk, almond milk, or low-fat milk with a ½ teaspoon turmeric powder, a pinch of ground black pepper, stir well. You can add a ½ teaspoon honey for easier drinking. The cup has a golden color, warm aroma. Very suitable for evenings when shoulders and neck ache or knees feel tight. During the day, you can sprinkle turmeric powder into chicken soup, pumpkin soup, or blend it into a smoothie, small banana plus Greek yogurt plus a pinch of turmeric plus black pepper. Turmeric's flavor combined with ginger, cinnamon, or vanilla will be more balanced and pleasant. For those who like savory dishes, scrambled eggs with turmeric, pan-seared fish with a turmeric sprinkle, or chickpeas stir-fried with turmeric are all gentle but effective ways to take in curcumin. How much is reasonable? For turmeric powder used in cooking, a 1 teaspoon per day is a good level to maintain. If using curcumin supplements, many studies use about 500 mg/day. However, you should consult a doctor before regular use, especially if you are taking anticoagulants, diabetes medications, NSAID, or corticosteroids, because curcumin may enhance blood sugar lowering effects or add to anti-inflammatory effects. People with gallstones or bile duct obstruction should avoid excessive turmeric because it may stimulate gallbladder contractions. If only used as a culinary spice, most cases are safe. A few small tips to make turmeric enter the body more smoothly. 1. Eat with healthy fats, olive oil, nut butter. Low-fat milk so curcumin dissolves and absorbs well. 2. Add black pepper at the end of cooking when turning off the heat to preserve aroma and unlock absorption. 3. Spread the intake throughout the day, a little at lunch, a little at dinner, easier on the stomach than taking a lot at once. 4. If you have a sensitive stomach, start with a 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder, gradually increasing when it feels comfortable. Turmeric deserves to be called the spice of healthy aging. Curcumin helps reduce inflammation, ease pain, protect cartilage, and support steadier movement with fewer side effects. Just remember fat plus black pepper for absorption, and choose the way of using it that suits your taste. Golden milk before bed, turmeric soup at lunch, or scrambled eggs with turmeric for breakfast. And you already have a small, warm habit that brings long-term benefits to your knees, back, and even spirit. Put simply, 1 cup of turmeric milk equals a whole mini anti-inflammatory pharmacy right in your kitchen. Having gone nearly the full journey with warm, soothing spices, now we arrive at the final character of today's video, small but reliable, ginger. From the morning cup of tea to the evening soup pot, ginger not only warms the stomach but also heats the joints that ache after a night of lying still. If your hands still feel stiff in the morning, your knees a bit strained when standing up, then this conclusion is meant for you. A small slice of ginger can make the whole day more comfortable. The strength of ginger comes from gingerol and shawgale, the compounds that give it its distinct warm spiciness. They help reduce the prostaglandins that cause inflammation, so the feeling of swelling, heat, and dull pain in the joints gradually eases. At the same time, ginger improves peripheral blood circulation, sending warm blood to the hands and feet, bringing oxygen and nutrients to the small joints faster. Put simply, when blood flows smoothly, the joints are lubricated, morning stiffness fades, and the hands become more flexible for gripping. Another bonus, ginger supports digestion, helping the stomach feel light, reducing bloating after dinner, something very important so older adults can fall asleep more easily and sleep more deeply. Since this is the final spice in the video, I want to give you truly simple ways to apply it right away. The easiest is honey ginger tea. A few slices of fresh ginger lightly crushed, steeped in boiling water for 8-10 minutes, add a half teaspoon of honey to soothe the throat. Drink warm after breakfast or in the mid-afternoon, and you will feel your body warming, throat soothed, stomach comfortable. On colder days, a bowl of chicken stew with ginger or ginger soup with carrots, onions, and celery will warm from stomach to knees, very suitable for those with cold hands and feet. Want something fresher? Try an orange plus ginger smoothie. Peeled orange segments, a small slice of ginger, Greek yogurt, and a few ice cubes. The sweet tart taste awakens the palate. Ginger adds a warm finish, leaving the stomach light but still full of energy. For breakfast eggs, you can mince ginger quickly sautéed with spinach, then pour in eggs to scramble. Sprinkle with a bit of pepper, or cook a thin pumpkin ginger soup, and after serving add a few strands of young ginger to preserve aroma. A few small tips to let ginger enter the body gently. Use moderate amounts. About 2-4 slices of fresh ginger daily or a teaspoon ginger powder, divided into 1-2 servings. Drink after meals if the stomach is sensitive. Combine ginger plus healthy fats, olive oil, nut butter in savory dishes to stay full longer and keep warmth more steadily. If you are already using turmeric as in the previous section, a pinch of ginger along with it will balance the flavor and also support circulation so the active compounds work better. However, ginger also has a safety zone to note. Using too much may irritate the stomach, causing burning or acid reflux, especially when consumed on an empty stomach. Ginger may slightly increase bleeding risk when combined with aspirin or anticoagulant medications. Therefore, if you are being treated with such drugs, ask your doctor before taking ginger daily in higher doses. People with severe acid reflux should start with very little, observe their body for 3-5 days, and only then gradually increase. For those with dentures or sensitive gums, avoid chewing raw ginger, steep as tea, or cook it for gentler use. The good thing about ginger is that it's easy to make into a habit. You can design a light ginger rhythm throughout the day. Warm ginger tea in the morning, ginger soup or pumpkin ginger soup at noon, an orange plus ginger smoothie in the late afternoon if the weather is hot, and a light chicken stew with ginger in the evening when tired. Maintain this steadily for 2-3 weeks, and many people report reduced morning stiffness, less hand numbness, and knees that don't creak when stepping out of bed. When digestion improves, the body absorbs nutrients more smoothly, and nighttime sleep also becomes more restful. And since this is the final spice of the video, let me wrap up with a reminder. Consider ginger as a family doctor in the kitchen, not loud, not expensive, but patient and effective when you use it at the right time and in the right amount. A slice of ginger to warm the stomach, a bowl of ginger soup to warm the joints, an orange plus ginger smoothie for alertness. These small things add up to a day lived more lightly and steadily. Ginger, both a spice and a companion who understands your joints, closes today's anti-inflammatory spice journey with a warmth that radiates from inside out, so that tomorrow morning your hands and feet will be ready for a new day. If it only took 2 minutes to prepare a warm cup each morning and your knees became less creaky, would you be willing to try it? This is not a folk remedy, but a small habit that completely changed a decade of pain for a 75-year-old woman in the U.S. Her story began with exactly 1 teaspoon of spice powder, and the next part will show you why such a simple thing was so effective. Mrs. Helen, 75 years old, living in Ohio, had long been accustomed to waking up every morning with stiff hands and aching knees for more than 10 years. Her pain scale was usually at 7/10, and she had to sit and rub her knees before being able to stand up. The doctor once prescribed short-term painkillers. The pain eased, but her stomach burned, and she had trouble sleeping at night. Earlier this year, her daughter suggested she try golden milk, warm milk mixed with 1 teaspoon of spice powder every morning. She agreed, but carefully informed her family doctor before doing so to make sure it was compatible with the medications she was taking. Her recipe was very simple: warmed almond milk, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, a pinch of freshly ground black pepper to increase absorption, a little cinnamon, and a ½ teaspoon honey to make it easier to drink. She drank it right after breakfast with a bowl of oatmeal. During the first week, she wrote down every change: sleeping a bit more deeply, her stomach more comfortable after dinner. In the second week, the duration of joint stiffness upon waking decreased to about 25-30 minutes, previously 45 minutes. By the end of the 4th week, her average pain scale had dropped to around 4/10. She could walk around her neighborhood for 15 minutes without needing to stop midway. Mrs. Helen kept it up daily, combining it with a few light stretching exercises before getting out of bed. By the end of the 2nd month, she gradually reduced her use of painkillers under her doctor's guidance, only taking them when the weather changed. The results were clear to her. In the morning, she heard fewer creaks. Her hands opened and closed more flexibly to button her shirt. And at night, she no longer woke up startled by pain when turning over. Each week, she added 2-3 minutes to her walking time. By the 3rd month, she was able to walk 25-30 minutes continuously, with her daily pain scale at 3/10. She often joked, "A whole decade of joint pain, who would have thought 1 teaspoon of spice powder would be the turning point?" Of course, she still reminded her friends, anyone taking anticoagulants or with gallbladder disease should consult a doctor first. But for her, a warm cup of golden milk every morning was the small habit that helped her regain a gentle rhythm of life after 10 years of suffering. If 1 teaspoon of spice powder could help Mrs. Helen walk 30 minutes every day after 10 years of joint pain, then perhaps your own kitchen cabinet is also storing your own key. The lesson is very clear. Spices are natural medicine in the kitchen cabinet, not loud, not expensive, but quietly soothing inflammation, warming joints, and easing sleep. You don't need high doses or complicated recipes. What matters is persistence. Every twist of the pepper mill over a bowl of soup, every pinch of ginger dropped into a pot of stew, every spoonful of cinnamon sprinkled over morning porridge are all small steps by which you are slowly healing your joints, nourishing your body in a gentle and sustainable way. So, dear seniors, this week, which spice will you try first? Cinnamon in your oatmeal, black pepper to unlock turmeric, or a warm cup of golden milk before bedtime? Choose one small habit, practice it every day for 7 days, then come back and share your feelings in the comments. Did your morning joints become less stiff? Did your sleep become deeper? Did your steps become lighter? Your sharing will give encouragement to many others who are on the same journey. If you find this helpful, please subscribe, like, and share so that this message reaches more older adults. Sometimes a big change begins with a small spice jar. Thank you for accompanying us. May you have a warm meal every day, a steady step, and a body that is gradually healing from within.